Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. What's happening? Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. Oh my god, I'm never doing that again. So I guess it's because I closed another program, but I didn't realize it's gonna close me too. That was dumb. Anyways, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to more Limbus company. I hope everything's on. Yes, desktop is on. My voice is on. My appearance is back. Let's get it. Let's get this done! I left 9 days to play the Limbus Company collab, so I should really get that on. Meanwhile, life has been settling, I think. Right now it's very hot, but we're gonna deal with it because we live in Singapore. Oh my god. Welcome, Matsus! Thank you for coming by to check me out again. Thank you. Actually, I think I've been spying on you guys when I'm lurking in Ryo's stream, actually. I hope everybody's doing okay. Especially Koi. Thank you, Koi. Welcome back, Koi. I missed you too. It has been a hot freaking minute. But it's always good to see you. Dressing up as girls is a good idea. It's a good idea. But I have something in mind. I have something planned for Halloween this month. We will see. We shall see how things go. Wait, Maxis, what do you mean? Don't pass away. I haven't drawn you yet. What do you mean, Maxis? What do you mean? Even if I passed away, you can draw me, you know, when I'm dead. Still alright. And anyways, I don't have enough lunacy to extract more, so my only way to get more is to simply I have to play the event, right? I have to. We're left with 8 days to play this event. So for starters, I have not played the event previous to this because I was story locked in Kanto 7-6 Honglu's event. Oh wait. You know what? It's very loud. I actually played Arknights before, but I stopped playing it because there's too much gacha for me to keep up. So I chose to play Limbus Company instead. an ad is gonna start playing in less than 30 seconds, so I'm just gonna pause and chat with you guys. Wait, what do you mean you're gonna curl up and dive at Castaway? Wait, I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Wait. You wanted me to sing? Gosh. I mean, my affiliate anniversary is coming, so I have to do something about that too. I have something planned, but nothing concrete. Nothing concrete yet. You've been doing good. That's good to hear. You've been drawing out the soft-boiled group. One of them is Ryoni in a bunny suit. Oh! I can't be sure if I've seen it or not. This game general design is so good. They're not afraid to go all out on spooky stuff. Huh? What? Wait, what? Boy? What are you talking about? I'm trying to read up. Is it? OMG, you're so excited. Yeah. I have something planned for at least for my affiliate anniversary, because spoilers, Ryo gifted me something, so I want to show it off to you guys. And it'll be a long-term project, and also something for me to like give myself to commit a bit more into streaming more often, because I will need to stream more often to like actually hit that goal I have set out in mind. But just something you know, in the plans. I really gotta write this thing down. Oh, you're talking about Limbus. Oh yes, true, Limbus. Yes, one of the I agree, Koi. They're not afraid to get all gory and grisly. I mean, that's why they show you all those triggers right at the beginning of the game before you even start. Cafe, gonna have a schedule, finally! I've been trying hard, balancing between my energy levels, my mood swings, and just in general, trying to be more brave about it when it comes to streaming, because sometimes it's just like the thought of like, should I stream? I feel kind of bad if I don't stream, that I have to like get rid of it. Which just gives me like an uneasy feeling when I start to stream or when I want to stream. So that I gotta get rid of that feeling ASAP. Schedule thing, yes, Maxes, you say something reasonable, because I actually want to try to keep to 2, 4, 6 streaming schedule. So basically it means that I will stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And maybe on a Sunday, because it is confirmed I'm gonna have another collab with Hondaki this coming Sunday for more Terraria. We're gonna go visit the dungeons in Terraria. We finally killed the dungeon master. Well, set him free in Terraria, and we ended at that. And the ad is still ongoing. Another 20 more seconds, and then I will finally play Rebellion de la Massas. I think I said that wrong. I'll say the English version, which is Pilgrimage of Compassion. This event is ending in 8 days, and I have not begun at all. So I really should start playing it, and hopefully I'm planning to like try and finish it tonight, because I wanted to show off another thing. The thing is, I have planned a solo Zui Gregor run for the weekly dungeon, so we're just gonna see if I can finish this story, and I'll play the weekly dungeon on hard mode and see how solo Zui Gregor will run. Zui Gregor, he's actually my favorite Gregor. There has been many Gregors thus far, but he's still my #1 favorite, because he's my shield. I'm getting mushy. He's everybody's shield in the city. If you can contact him. Boy, you should always prioritize your health first. Don't worry about us. Oh, you just make me want to stream more. Because I want to like chat with you guys and, you know, be live and stuff and play games. And just in general have fun. What Koi say? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I'm gonna stop playing this. I've actually didn't play this event because I really wanted to get Ling Honglu before I play, so I can have a full set. But I'm missing him. So hopefully while playing it, I get more lunacy to actually try and roll for him. I don't want to spend any more in this game because I already got a Mia announcer, and she comes with like 2 10-roll tickets. Nothing came out of that. Okay, gotta be serious. We're gonna go to the unknown sea. Oh, right off the bat, we're gonna go. I've seen some spoilers. I know we're gonna fight the Seaborn. I don't like the Seaborn, especially since I played the Arknight versions of it. They're very annoying. The nervous impairment kind of scares me. We're gonna go with... Yeah, why not? Why not? Go, my Rupture team! Is this voice? Hold on. I was exploring a lobotomy cooperation branch when my consciousness sinks into the depths. The sense of cognition, self, concept without form, floats into the shadow of an ever-widening river, swept up in its currents to nowhere. When we ran into an abnormality, but Salted told us that Hong Yuan's laboratory court branch should be free of any abnormalities. Very random. The abnormality, which had appeared out of nowhere, was more otherworldly than any we've encountered so far in our journey. And deep blue. That's not a good sign, isn't it? It was fathomlessly blue and seemed to have propelled and endlessly drilled us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this abnormality, whoa! A myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thoughts crashed into my mind like wild waves before ebbing away in its shores. I was already lost and adrift somewhere within my own consciousness when I realized this. Just how long am I going to drift? The sensation of my own consciousness floating away is quite an unfamiliar one. I floated about in that strange state for a while. It's Amiya! It's Amiya! An unfamiliar voice seizes my aimless drifting consciousness. Are you... Dante? The fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves, and a concerned expression comes into view. Hello, Crimson Cruelty! Welcome to Limbus Company, Arknights Collab. You're a new player of the game. Oh, welcome! Welcome! Oh my gosh. Is that... Wait, hold on. Is that a Grand Blue Fantasy emote? Crap, I forgot his name. Apparently Otis is your favorite. Valid? Very valid. She has a lot of fans. Most of them are fans because of a particular reason, but for the most part, they are good fans, I believe. Very good. No, it's Heimer from Arcane. No! That sounds was like, dude, it's familiar. The yellow hamster, guinea pig person. Timer from Arcane, of course. I was thinking about a different guy from Grand Blue Fantasy. Aw, no worries. Thank you for letting me know that it's Heimer. Ah, what a relief. Oh, have you played this event then, Crimson? It's been out for like a week and I have not played it. Gregor, I think Dante has come too. So, who are... Wait, she can't even like hear us. I was about to ask further questions to this stranger with particularly long animal-like ears, but... I felt the drowsiness coursing back with the terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. I have to get a hold of myself. After an indeterminate amount of time had passed, I barely managed to wake myself from slumber to get a grasp of my surroundings, only to find myself surrounded by more unfamiliarities. That's a mouthful. You haven't played the event at all? Ah, you're still learning how things work. Okay, so I would assume you're still in prologue? Yeah, this game don't teach you anything. You have to learn yourself. They try to guide you, but from when I first played it, wow, they don't really tell you anything. You have to discover yourself. I did hear the tutorial is better now. Probably having fun. You're at chapter 3. Oh my gosh! You're playing at a very fast rate. You're 3 days. Yes. That's such a pretty fast. How are you enjoying it so far, the story? A lot more exciting things are happening if you continue to play. You're just farming the EXPs. Ah, yeah. Getting those high EXP tickets is a pain, but you'll need it. There was a stranger from earlier, sitting atop a rock and silently taking the sights. A young girl who probably saved my life. She's so pretty. Mia. Wait, so were those animal ears, after all? Okay, that's not important right now. I have to prioritize figuring out just where in the world I ended up in. So, where... We're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling? A little out of it, but I'm okay otherwise. Iberia, huh? Yes, we're in Iberia. Well, given that we're next to an ocean, maybe I drifted all the way to U-Corp's Great Lake? Iberia wasn't an unfamiliar name, but that was all I had to go on, given that the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me. I radioed your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute. I see. Wait, she can understand Dante. Interesting. Wait, my colleagues? You must have run into the sinners then. The fog of my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized that the sinners were all nowhere to be seen. Sinners? I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place for someone with a clock for their head. It was a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for. So this clock head does come in handy. Easy to identify you. You want to get the event's highest prize? Of course! You should get it. You should get it. It's free and it's limited, and I think we're never ever getting a rerun ever again, so you should get it. The best unit so far is middle little brother Sinclair and K-Cop Bonglu. Oh, they're pretty good, yes. Especially K-Cop Bonglu. He's pretty tanky and he can deal some pretty big damages. Yeah, you're afraid of gameplay at first, but then you tried it and it's not so bad. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's pretty entertaining watching them fight out for you. Oh, they're here! Ugh. Manager bot. Dante? Dante? I have no idea how to voice these two guys. I'd woken up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face. And in the midst of all this all-around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were certainly a sight for sore eyes. Gregor! Honglu! I love them. Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean and phew! I came as fast as I could and oh boy, was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you're doing fine. Oh! Carl, thank you for your subscribe! Thank you, thank you! Carl, are you in the chat? Hello, Carl. I don't know. Well, I do think I'm fine though. I guess not having any way to drink water is finally coming in handy. You should go get that checked out just in case. Wait, your head's waterproof, right? I don't think the fire will burn out anytime soon. Gregor takes a moment to steady his breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we're not actually in that much danger. So, what happened? Where are we? Do you remember entering the Lobotomi Corp branch Citron told us about? Yeah. Yeah, we ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had a chance to do anything. Man, I really thought that was it for us. Especially with you getting sucked in there too, Manager Butt. But when we came to, despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch. Though there was quite a mess when we realized that you'd gone missing. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. So we're not at U-Corp's Great Lake? Some of us consider that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain that we're not in District 21. She did concede that we might be in an unknown area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady there said. Wabbit! You're tired! Carl, get a good night's rest! At least you're on leave tomorrow. Nice! I'm working tomorrow. Early in the morning. But it's good, you can finally rest! And if you like, you can rest earlier! You can chill out for the next day tomorrow. The outskirts region of the Great Lake. I've met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I've never met anyone who referred to WRC that way. Terra? Iberia? We're in a whole new world now, Dante! As I found myself puzzled by these unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me. Speaking of which, who are you? Huh? Really? You fellas haven't introduced yourselves to each other yet? It's just that, it's just a lot to take. It's understandable. You did just wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. Jeez. Actually, would you like to do the honors yourself? I'm Amiya, the leader of the Rhodes Island. Please, just call me Amiya. I'm Dante, manager at Limbus Company. I know I'm late, but thanks for saving my bacon. Shucks. Dante, never change. It seems that this rodeo island is a pretty big pharmaceutical corporation, but Gregor trails off ominously and scratches his head before continuing with some mild trepidation. This young lady with rabbit ears doesn't know what the hit is at all. As far as I know, there aren't any organizations in Terra with the same characteristics as the one Mr. Gregor explained. At least, not with a name like the Head. Also, sorry, it's Rhodes Island, not Rodeo. She's so cute. Sorry, Gregor's kind of bad with names. So, what you're saying is that we're not in the city anymore? It'll be weird for any higher up at these huge corporations to know less about the Head than we do, let alone be completely clueless about it. Well, maybe we've tumbled into a previously undiscovered zone of the outskirts of the ruins. Probably. Or maybe we've really found ourselves in a completely different world. If the conjecture is correct, we're in way bigger trouble than I thought. This wasn't like the time we accidentally stranded ourselves in the outskirts barrier door in the corridor. Mia stared at me with some concern as though she felt my distress. It's El Condo Pasa. You play Uma Musume as well, Crimson? A lot of people were very confused because her species has been on debates for a while now. Even now. I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here. Really? Yes. Recently, anomalous signs and events have been occurring in Iberia ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea. And it's been said that this dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant. Something that we've never observed before. So... seems reasonable to theorize that the dimensional door is how we managed to cross over to this world. I really would appreciate Faust's input, but she's not here. Where all the other sinners go, anyway? A bit late on the uptake to be gawking around for the other sinners now, don't you think? They're at the settlement near here, where they're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course. You know, I never thought about how difficult it would be to search for someone when we were like fish out of the water too. Man, barely even get a wink of sleep since yesterday. Everyone's got to be really tired then. So, let's just go out here for now? Yes, but you're dying from cancer crab. Uma Musume is also another game I used to play but can't keep up. Ghost Ship is my favorite. I can say that at least. Ghost Ship is my favorite. All the best for your cancer cup. It's cancer. You already know it. No, Ishmael and Yisung are the other half of the search party, and we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. We must be searching elsewhere to find you, Manager Bud. We got the news early thanks to Emiya's comms gear, but the other team didn't. Yeah, we got lucky. The other team, well, we don't have any way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue the search until the shift is done. Oh, are we talking about the village you mentioned earlier? Uh-huh. Right, you're not been there yet, huh? Guess it's a bit off the beaten path. Well, we're gonna have a rendezvous with the other sinners anyway, so let's head to the village for now. Something seemed to pique Amiya's interest as she fell into a contemplative silence before carefully speaking up. I would like to accompany you there. Sure, I don't see why not. You help us find Manager Bud, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do. I don't actually know Iberia that well either, but I should be able to be of some help. They've closed the borders and have practically locked out any foreign influences from affecting them, but I did get a briefing before the mission. Closed borders, huh? Then how you get in, Miss Amiya? We followed Dr. Kal's directions and illegally crossed the country border. You illegally? Oh? Does that mean you crossed the border without obtaining any permission, Amiya? We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and why the dimensional door came to be. Huh. Isn't normal for pharmaceutical companies to be doing that? Large pharmaceutical companies often dispatch their agents for missions. Yes, Rhodes Island is, in its essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people infected with oropathy. But we also work to prevent and assist in the management of various situations that can occur in high-risk areas. High-risk areas, huh? Wait, what about your companions? I doubt you came all the way here on your own. That's We were forced to split up due to certain forces that we were in pursuit. Wait, stop! Amiya's ears twitched as she came to a stop and began scanning the surrounding area. Then... there! As we stood about confused, Amiya, noticing something, pointed toward the seashore hidden behind a large and cragged rock formations. What are we supposed to... Huh? Scuddy! Scuddy cameo. Yeah, the RNG in the game is just exhausting. I heard from a certain other streamer, it's just a roguelike. It's just a roguelike package in a gacha game. For Uma Musume. No wonder it's so addictive. To me as well, because I love roguelikes. You're circling around 5 gachas too. Oh my god. I can barely keep up with 3, let alone 5 and 6. Yes, because Limbus Company is gacha too. Limbus Company is gacha. Bickering with 2 familiar faces. Oh, it's them! Again, move. You're in the way. You didn't worry as you do. We have had ample experience battling monsters who are much like them. Listen, I'm not worried. It's... Come on, better have 3 fighters than 1, right? Besides, you're the first person we ran into out here, so we got a lot of questions to ask. Isang! Ishmael! Dante, you are unharmed. And here I was, getting ready for 3 days long search. What a relief. We were all really worried about that we might never be able to find you. We managed to find them thanks to help from Miss Amiya here. Amiya? Are you two acquainted? Not a good time for a reunion. Can wait until after we take out the sea monsters. Scotty, are those organisms the seaborns Dr. Calcit mentioned? They're sea terrors, to be specific. Less sophisticated ones among them. And they're probably here for me. Sea terrors? Ugh! Yeah, this is in the original game. I hear a sticky noise from something viscous slithering against the rocks. When I turn to face the origin of the unsettling noise, I smell the heavy, wet scent of brine. Oh. At the end of my gaze awaits the strange monsters. Unlike distortions, unlike abnormalities, unlike anything I've ever seen. It is as though the sea itself is encroaching on the land. I was almost certain we weren't at the Great Lake, but now I'm not so sure anymore. Her experiences with the thick scent of brine at the Great Lake must have put her in a wary mood, as Ismael seemed to be a lot more apprehensive about these monsters than anyone else. Do you think those creatures could be whales or mermaids? I don't know. The Great Lake and outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries, after all. Dante, what do your senses say? It's unclear. I say the closest comparison I could make is with whales, but even that's not conclusive. Oh. More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for battle. Doesn't seem like we can talk things out with them, though. So, let's take them out. So gung-ho about killing things that we can't talk to. Alright, Rupture team. Maybe I should have used a different team because yeah. Oh my gosh. Right. We should we should still be able to win, no problem. Whoa. Never see brand Utopia. Oh no. Double the amount. Right, never see brand. This thing was in Arknights. Wait, which one is worse? Oh my gosh, I love the music. Okay, I think this is still okay. We should go for the ones with double coins. Right. Sure, why not? Right, oh, you can't even choose! Whatever. Alright, we're just gonna go. We got a lot of Hongyuan, Hongwu, so I think we should be fine. It's always entertaining to watch them fight. Fight, fight, fight! They're all getting their free hits in. You just use the strongest regardless of skills. Yeah, exactly. That's the idea. I think you should be fine until maybe chapter. Let me think. You might get some difficult fights in chapter 4. Maybe. Alright, we're doing okay. Yeah, don't bother. This is still just the first fight. I think we're all okay. Me unga bunga with my win rate. Time to drink some coffee. Yeah, we're winning it. Kinda makes me want to try playing with just Gregor. We can try the next stage with just Gregor. Oh, that's so cool! They gave you the mission accomplished from Arknights. And the sound effect as well. Aww. Okay. All remaining enemies have retreated to the sea. Good work, everyone. Didn't think I have to deal with anything remotely like this outside the Great Lake. You can say that again. Would have taken us the whole day if that Scotty character didn't occupy the other half while Miss Rabbit helped us from a distance. Oh, they will be okay. They have their own deployed space at the other side of the battlefield. That's kind of cool. As we were catching our breath after the battle, I heard a brief hum. When I turned to look at its source, I saw Scotty glaring at me with palpable alarm. Strange people will transform. And the head of Flock? I guess they are both technically true. Well, it's nothing more than a theory at this point. I think they have to do with the dimensional door we're supposed to be investigating. Nice to meet you, I guess. I only hear a ticking clock. Oh, it's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice. Huh? What's up? No. I'm just wondering how Miss Oimiya can seemingly understand Dante. Yeah. What's going on here? Huh, yeah. Completely flew over my head that I didn't even question how weird this is. Your voice sounds like a ticking clock to me too, but... I don't know. It's almost like I can sense what you're trying to say. What kind of emotion you're trying to convey. Her explanation reminded me of the blue boy in Sinclair's past. But I didn't quite feel the uncanny sensation from Mia that felt from them. So she can read me kinda like how Vergilius can, I guess? That's kinda sweet. Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's true. It's been a bit of a hassle to always sneak files to Honglu to translate for you, Dante. I'd like to know exactly how she can understand Dante, but I don't think we've got the luxury of time to sit down and figure this out. So, are we heading back? Sounds like a plan. It's not like we know anywhere else to go, right? Oh, and Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. She said she'll help us find our way back. I'm glad... Ah! It's me, yeah. Oopsies. I'm glad to be working with you too, also. Miss Ishmael. Mr. Yi-san. Took the words right out of my mouth. You've already helped us plenty, and you clearly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking it ere the sun's fall would be wise. How long's the journey? No idea. It's not like we have a clock with us. I do know it's not very far though. We just need to walk along the coastline for a bit. We have a clock, but it doesn't work. Scotty quietly points in my direction. Oh, Dante can't tell us the time because they're not on time. Then why the clock hit? I didn't exactly choose to get myself a clock-shaped kid. I looked away from Scotty's inquisitive eyes, which were quite solidly fixed on my head. The coast I bear are hardly good places for people to live. Those things can go anywhere in this world, but they thrive at places that meet the ocean. So how do people manage to build a village at a place like this? The monsters are called seaborns, or sea terrors, yes? While it's true that they pose certain difficulties, they were hardly the kind of monsters with the strength to bring scourge and drive out the local populace. Don't judge them based on that brief skirmish. She's just telling us to be on guard, right? Yes! Scotty can be a bit hurt, but she's not a bad person. I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures being out there. They are pretty similar, isn't it? Scotty's concern only served to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry. So I quietly quickened my pace as we walked to the village. Episode 1 done! Oh my gosh. Much. What a bit of dialogue. Of course. I got bits! Bits of currency! I still need clay. Oh, okay. Green water.
이 홍로가 무엇을 바꾸었는지를.
Village of the Dead Lighthouse. Let's go. This hardly looks like a village. It's more like a ruins of one, isn't it? It doesn't seem like they've done any proper upkeep to the place. Not in a while, at least. They're really here, living together. The strange buildings tell the stories of former prosperity from a bygone era. The Golden Age? Our steps leave no footprints on the wet, muddy ground. On it, I see a rotting sign marked with the name Faro Mureto. Everywhere I look in this village, I see evidence of long, silent abandonment. We don't see these kinds of abandoned-looking ruins often in the city either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there waiting to capitalize on the free real estate. Be it a syndicate or a corporation and fix it up. Better than this, at least. So, where are the sinners? There's a clearing down there where... We were entrapped betwixt a twain of great ships, narrowing winds against our sail! Oh! And that is when young Ishmael boomed, her command most resonant. Say no more. We found them. Oh, Don Quixote. I didn't even have to try to search for them. That unmistakably sonorous and familiar voice, echoing triumphantly between the empty buildings. That's Don Quixote's voice when she's sharing her adventurous tales. There she was, standing atop a low podium like an actor on stage, regaling a group of people in rags with tales of our adventures like a traveling spin. Answers, your dogs! Oarsmen! 'Tis the moment I, Ishmael, the first mate of the vessel Mephistopheles, shall never... Ah! Stop! Hold on! Just what do you think you're doing? Hmm? You're Ishmael! And here in my mouth was just about to regale them the most fantastic tale of adventures in the Great Lake. Manager Esquire! Verily, thou hast returned, but Manager Esquire safely in thou. What? They found Clockhead? Oh, a burning clock for a head? When I was a child, I heard a story about a legendary Sarkaz with flaming head. We're no Sarkaz. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? Oh, Marcel, you're a sight for sore eyes. He's getting an ID soon? It's so funny! And he's getting an ID instead of Heathcliff. Everybody, like, I scrolled down on the comment, the new update post for Marcel's ID, and everybody was just talking about Heathcliff. Heathcliff ID? Doko? That muffin sounds so good, you love it. Ah, thank you! I try. I always like voicing Don Quixote. While their exterior may carry elements that inspire fear in some, there is no cause for alarm. Yeah, they might look like that, but they're Dante, our manager, and the rest are... Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Who are you two? They're two very nice people that helped us find Dante. This is Miss Mia, leader of Rhodes Island. And this is Miss Scotty, your operator. You'll be coming along with us for a little while. With us? We believe that the dimensional door, which we at Rhodes Island are investigating, has something to do with why you suddenly woke up here in Iberia. As Mia was bringing up the sinners to speed, the villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us. Did our conversation manage to convince them that we're not a threat? I sure hope so. You're friends of our saviors. Saviors? Verily, this quite the grand title. Yet, that's indeed the word by which we are addressed. To be more precise, by saviors, they're referring only to Faust and Otis. What? Saviors? Faust gave me a light nod when we made eye contact, but I could tell her lips were drawing a very, very subtle smiling arc. Really? But to be fair, we've been together for quite some time. Over a year already, actually, so it makes sense that Dante can see. It's because, like, they've gotten to know them better. So I'm guessing something did happen. They were quite mistrustful upon our initial arrival. Oh, Buddhist. What business do outsiders have here? What if they're from the Inquisition? Oh no, what do we do? After all we went through to get here. Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be the scriptures or lamps. Let's first try to see who they are. Man, I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. They are all... Oh, why do you have to use such a big word, Ryoshu? Curmudgeons. Whatever. Let's STNTC, then PTSD. Sinclair, yes. You can't do that, Ryoshu. We can't pillage the storage depots. It looks like they're already having artists as it is. I don't think STNC is a good way to get started either. Should we just find help elsewhere? Just look at how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us out. Perhaps we should inquire as to where our whereabouts are. Where? Oh my goodness! Oh, speech. Area to decide our logic. While the landscape is certainly reminiscent of U-Corps, but I don't recall seeing or learning about any place that looks like this. Though I can say I've been to every corner of U-Corp. I ask again, what business do outsiders have here? Their fingers are tightening around the grips of their weapons. Prolonged silence will mostly turn this into a hostile encounter. We can have that. Hi, we're from Limbus Company. We're Fixers of Justice! Yeah, that. Fixers of Justice. Oi, don't you know when to keep it down? Fixers? That over there. It's a ship blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel, by any chance? All these construction materials seem to suggest so. Chief! This doesn't concern you. It's not something a mere outsider can understand. Curious. I've never seen an energy source like this before. If you want to test to rule out any stability issues? It seems to power the heat exchange via some method comparable to the utilization of fusion energy. Have you any thoughts on this, Miss Faust? The general design structure is somewhat old-fashioned, but there are certainly inspired parts to this design, particularly with the usage of the core energy source. While its stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy efficient. Oh? You identified all that merely by glancing at this blueprint? You must be the village chief, then. A smirking face. If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assisting in their ship's repair, we were promised a ride on your vessel. Miss Faust has theorized that perhaps, by going out to sea, we may be able to find a way to return to whence we came. Does that mean we can find a way back somewhere out there? In the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we are working based on a hunch. A hunch? Sensing the implicit omen in her choice of words, I slowly turn to look around at Faust, who nodded solemnly in response. If we're really in a different world, even if just Silschaft German has to be. No issues were encountered in the repair process. Faust smiles faintly as she looks around. She's still a genius! Then she pulls me by my hands. She whispers in a low voice. My conviction that Silschaft is currently operating at some optimal level. So it's still connected, at least. Because of the abnormality, it still exists. And I think that thing came from our world, well, Dante's world. Indeed, it is. However, even exchanges of simple information, taking up to dozens of hours by current calculation. Is this a warp train situation? Because we're in a different dimension? Because it should be identical. Would have been connected to an unidentified, unpredictable dimension. However, Faust is aware that the pathway to our original dimension is yet to be closed this time. Unlike this situation, back aboard the warp train. So, to get back to where it came from. Indeed, traveling through the pathway is the most feasible solution. And from that, it came up with the whole plan to repair the ship and sail out to the sea? Yes. Well, I'm also a genius, after all. Amina conjectured that we probably came through a dimensional door of sorts. Looks like the dimensional door might be what Faust is looking for. With high likelihood, yes. At least there's a way back. I find myself calming down a little bit. Oh, speaking of which, when do you think you can wrap up the repair job? As fortune should have it, A majority of the most time-consuming parts of the repair have already been completed by the locals. It shouldn't take us any more than a day or two to get its core parts ship-shape again, Executive Manager. We'll be staying here for a few more days then. How did you manage last night? Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping to ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with repairs and resting, but I doubt any of us got a proper night's rest. Still, we weren't cold thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going for us all night. Not to mention how they helped us a ton with the local map they drew us. Oh, also, Chief handed us this earlier. What's it for? Looks like a sack to collect water. Give it here. I know how to get it installed. Must be to repay Miss Faust and Miss Otis' efforts at repairing their ship, yet the service they provided us is certainly quite generous, even when taking the transactional nature into account. They're really giving us the best treatment they can, huh? As for food, we managed to fill ourselves with some cookies and bread Rhodia keeps in their pockets. Didn't want to eat in their food supply when they're already pretty tight, you know. Cookies and bread? For how long? She carries enough cookies and bread for 12 people? No. It makes sense because she's munching away at any given time. Especially where she came from. They did offer us some nosh, those dried fish things, but we refused. And I ain't about taking food from the needy. No need to concern yourselves so much with our hospitality. You have done much more than enough to earn your keep. I turned around to look at the source of that low rumbling voice and saw an old man in an outfit that seemed to distinguish itself amongst the other villagers. I tried to lower my voice for this guy here. I can't imagine how I sound like later. There you are, Chief. Is there a place for us to stay the night? We do have places to shelter from the misty humidity, at the very least. There is an empty building there, so feel free to occupy it for the night. Oh, are you sure? I mean, I don't mind sleeping in the streets myself. You? Hey, speak for yourself. I've been looking forward to sleeping with a roof over my head since, like, yesterday. You'll catch a cold sleeping in the elements in this environment, which is fine by me for the rest of you. But we cannot afford to have the executive manager or our honored guests suffer that fate. Honored guests? I heard what happened from the four who left in search of the executive manager. First, I'd like to begin by imparting my infinite gratitude to you for finding and rescuing the executive manager. I hear that you are a leader at a pharmaceutical company. This acquaintance shall certainly come in handy in case our stay becomes significantly prolonged. Haha. I'm just surprised by a bonus to say something so materialistic when we're standing right there. Can I stay in your village too, Chief? The village chief took a brief glance at the hems by her right wrist, then nodded. Welcome to Faro Murdo. You are welcome to stay for as long as you want. And please, do let me know if you find yourselves without food. Our food supply may be tight indeed, but we have enough to share with those who help repair the vessel. Oh, better not go back anywhere later. I wonder what kind of local delicacies await. Dried fish like they were eating earlier, maybe? Hey, Chief. What is it? Just how are you surviving out here? By the sea? Perhaps the question of how we are surviving may be somewhat misdirect. But we are only pursuing every possible avenue because we must survive. The chief responds to Scotty's perceived hostility with a hearty smile. After leaving some firewood for the night, he left. I'm going. Can't learn much more from here. You're going somewhere at this hour? Scotty, does this have something to do with the coast? I remember what you said before we got to the village. Something about how coasts are hardly good places to live in. Dante wants to know if this is something to do with the coast? You. Do you understand the Ayer language? The Ayer language? No? Dante, Scotty just spoke in Argarian. I couldn't understand a word of Scotty and the chief's conversation because I don't speak Argarian. Dante has a built-in Google Translate! It may only be that we were enough similarity between one of the city's languages and the language Scotty spoke in for them to comprehend the meaning. Weird coincidence. Anyway, I have some things to look into. Something you're all too slow to see. You still have to tell us about it later. Please remember you're not on a solo mission, Scotty. This is a team effort from Rhodes Island. Will do. And there she goes! Scotty nodded lightly before leaping off into the night, out of our sights. I'm kinda worried. She's not the best with people, but she's also pretty thoughtful. She'll be okay. Ah! Should we head inside? The sun's starting to set already. Oh yeah. We can probably just pick an unlit building and stay the night there, right? Trying our best to ignore the mood that was starting to turn awkward, we made our way into a nearby unoccupied building. Oh my gosh! We just understood that language like it was nothing. It was just English to us. More reading! And I need to drink some water. How is it that it's 11:15 already? When did I start? Yeah, it's been an hour. I just read 2 notes and it's been an hour. Crazy. Chapter 3, Terra. Alright, Yuma Dip Dip, have fun. Stream, Miss Cafe. Thank you, Koi. Hope you have a good night's rest. Bye bye. See you next time. Have sweet dreams, Koi. We walked past a few narrow buildings and remnants of narrow buildings before we came across a hall large enough to house all 15 or so of us. Okay, now we're ready. With the curtains on the window removed, the smoke has an exit. Whoa, I thought we were doomed to shudder ourselves to sleep with the soaking wet firewood and all. I had no idea that would work. We just have to get a small fire going underneath it until the wood dries up and catches the fire. The downside being all the smoke. It's clear that she has some field experience, unlike some fools I know. I shan't sit here and let her carry the burden of labor alone. Bequeath upon me thine ingredients, young Rodion, for I shall conjure thee a pot of special fixer soup. You're making soup with cookies and jelly? No! 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 You're not getting anywhere in the kitchen again. Not after what you cooked up last time. Well, I must admit to a certain level of interest. As many of our fellows viscera are racked with intense agony upon ingesting dishes that we're making. Perhaps it would be wiser that we saved our occasion for a safer environment. Right! Don't you remember? We agreed to leave cooking to Mur or Uti if we're ever in a situation like this. Remember? Did we? See, I think it's become sort of an unspoken rule after everything that happened. Remember? Back during last year's cooking contest at K-Corp? They were the only 2 people who managed to get remotely positive reviews. Oh, does that mean we'll get to try Uti's cooking once again? Denied. We still have plenty of high-calorie foods like cookies and jellies here. I find no reason to do something so inefficient. I'm glad to see that everyone's still energetic, given the circumstances. It can be easy to suddenly wake up in an unfamiliar environment. You're not gonna sleep yet, but thank you for the wishes. Have fun. Aww! I'll see you next time, Denkoi. Take care. Well, we're all quite used to getting thrown down familiar places. Speaking of which, did you manage to reach your colleague, Amiya? She shook her head, concerned. They might have lost their comm devices. Or maybe they ran into some other trouble. Could they be in danger? I don't know, but I'm sure they're okay. The doctor... Dr. Cal said they're both more than capable enough to look after themselves. Long have this curiosity lingered within me. Thus, allow me to inquire. Corporations are, by their nature, organizations in pursuit of profit. Yet, the activities of your corporation resemble those of charity organizations, as opposed to a pharmaceutical company. Are they all that might explicate this blurred distinction? Aha, I wanted to know too. How come a pharmaceutical company like Rhodes Island helping people? Something about what Honglu said brings us back unpleasant memories. The horrible experience seen through the cascade of flowing tears in the face of suffering, and embodiment of greed that left a terrible wound in Honglu's fathoms. Pharmaceutical companies I've seen in my journey were corporations that, despite possessing the capacity to heal, chose to obsess over the profit it could provide. There are many in Terra who are suffering from a disease. The disease crystallizes you, spreads deeper and deeper into the infected's internal organs, eventually culminating in their death. It's called oropathy. Amiya showed me the back of her right hand, dotted by what appears to be obsidian crystallizations. Its appearance reminded me of the biotreatments from the back streets, but there was something more to it. Something more restless, more sinister. It's a terrible, painful disease, but there haven't been any recorded cases of full recovery. But there's an even worse problem. Pray tell, what could possibly be worse than an incurable deadly disease? While it varies region by region, discrimination against the infected is widespread across Terra. Those who suffer from it must face unfair treatment. Yisang began with a dark expression. Some are quarantined in places with terrible, inhuman conditions. And there have been massacres too. I don't mean to be callous, but is this oropathy highly contagious? No, there have not been any recorded cases of infection by contact, as long as the subjects are alive. But when the infected dies, crystal growths in the body decay and turn to dust, scattering, which is what spreads the plague. Then, barring environments like active battlefields where casualties are to be expected, staying within close proximity of the infected in daily life seems to pose hardly any risk. So what's the problem then? They're already past the point of caring about what the problem is. Once people start feeling iffy, all logic goes out the window. Then, Rhodes Island's goal has to be... Yes, it is important to develop a cure for oropathy, but I think what really matters is that we change the circumstances for the better for the infected. That's not going to be an easy endeavor, though that's what gives your effort more meaning. I hope you can achieve that goal, Amir. I really do. For truth! The city, this world, we both live in worlds full of surprises, don't we? Real life is very ugly. What kind of world do you come from? This city. What kind of place is a city anyway? The kind of place of too many pointless rules. The kind of place where the moment you think, isn't this too much? You see something even worse. Try as I might, I couldn't think of a single positive thing about the city. No, not this scene! Horrible. And they're all like from the events, isn't it? The sinners seem to be in agreement, as most what came after was quite scathing. The kind of place where good deeds rarely ever go unpunished. Where sympathy is a good attitude to have if you like getting stabbed in the back. Nothing's ever good ever works out there. Shithole. It's an irrational place, full of absurdities. Absurdity is an omnipresence. Therefore, it's not a subject by which one should be aggrieved. We can at least grouse about them, though. I mean, it's the only thing we can do. It would be more correct to experience more than to clip oneself to it instead of complaining. You did say something like that last time. Just as the mood was starting to turn red and sour, Don Quixote's shout shattered through the awkwardness. Verily, nary a day goeth by untarnished by villains and their fell deeds. Yet worry thee not, for where evil riseth, so do fixers of justice too. Don Quixote jumped from his seat and passionately shook her fist, by which was followed by a heavy crack and the sound of small pebbles tumbling down. Don Quixote, watch out! Whoa! Oh my goodness, who is she? New character. And from behind the wall, she accidentally broke down. An unfamiliar visage of a villager appeared and stared back at Don Quixote. It appeared she was eating something out of the can while reading a book. How farest thou? Farest thy foot? You gotta apologize first. Class gonna be a tad too hyper today. Apologies. Hello? Robinson, hi! Welcome. And finally, my command actually works. Now I've Greg. Hello, thank you for the redeem to summon Gregor the Roach. For I hardly expected the wall to crumble with such ease. Art thou unhurt? Any injuries? Two? Two? Pray tell? To what? Forget the apology. I just want to know what happens next. The fixers of justice rose up to do what? Hast thou come to hear me hear tale of fixers? I don't know about coming to us, given how Miss Don Quixote was the one who punched the wall down. Oh, is it too late an hour? I don't mind waiting till morning if you want to sleep. Nay, not at all. It is quite early an hour for tales, in fact. Pretty, seat thyself here. You ungovernable fool! Calm down. We don't even know who she is. And don't you forget to share those fixer tales over there in the corner to not disturb our sleep. That will make us a request most untenable. These tales deserve to be announced to the world with great gusto from the center. Yeah, this is the best way to hear those kinds of stories. But we should probably introduce ourselves to each other first. Emotional support, Roach. Thank you, Rugetsu. Name's Mears. I'm... how should I put this? Ah, did you meet the village chief earlier during the day? He's my Gramps. Oh, that nice guy? So he had a granddaughter. Yet, I've not seen you once, Miss Mayers. Under the sun. Oh my, you're right. I thought the village was completely dry of any young blood. Like Rodia said, well, we don't see Mayers out there. There wasn't anyone else in the village we could comfortably call young. You're telling me. Gramps was worrying over nothing and told me to stay put inside. Going on and on about the dangers of the outsiders' pose and everything. It seems that they do not give full faith to their saviors. There are things you cannot share even with whom you trust with your life. Though, I would like to know why. My. So there are a bunch of other kids who are stuck indoors in this village? No, there isn't anyone in my age in this village at all. If that's the case, I guess I can understand why you'd be overprotective. Anyways, it's our turn. We are... And I'm I'm good. I've heard enough to get an idea. You did? Oh? Pray tell, how didst thou hear us? By a listening device most secured upon the chamber? Mayor stepped aside of the wall, though part of it was still standing anyway, then smiled ironically. Bad soundproofing. Okay, you have pretty much everything, Don Quixote, right? Everything Don Quixote practically sang during the day. But verily, I see. I think you could really do with some sense of embarrassment for once. Well, I guess it's good enough for self-introduction, so... Care to regale with me the tale of fixers who bring justice to the evils of the city? Indubitably. Then... this shall do. I shall regale thee with the tale in which the legendary fixer, the arch-magnificent herself, the rhythm mist, hath... I suppose that kill any hope for a good night's skip. But, don't you usually pass out within a minute if you're back eating the hay no matter how noisy things are? What? Do you take me for some kind of hibernating bear or something? Look, even I even in trouble sleeping when there's noise all over. He just fell asleep! I'll say bear in hibernation is a pretty apt descriptor. We're all like grumbling and moaning. We dozed off before any of us did. Aside from Heathcliff, who began snoring the moment his head touched the ground, some other sinners were fast asleep as well. Marcel did enter sleep in his usual steadfast adherence to the routine, while falsely claimed to one of the few available cloth sheets as soon as the close of business for the day was confirmed. The sinners, who had spent the entire last night searching for me in this unfamiliar land, slowly began to fall asleep as well. Meanwhile, the fixer of the Zui Association First Section. Though the night was no longer young, Don Quixote was still vigorously sharing the tales of adventures without even a single sign of fatigue. She is not determined to do this until sunrise, is she? Ooh. I guess it's okay, since Mayor seems to be having fun. As I continue to watch the pair with some mild concern, Mia, not yet asleep, approached me. This city Miss Don Quixote speaks of seems to be teeming with fixers of justice and exhilarating tales of adventures. You actually experienced all of them yourselves? No, of course not. Don Quixote's stories are usually those of other famous people. But she's telling you with such vigor that it almost sounds like she was there herself. Well, I guess if you really want to get into it, some of them might be retellings of Don Quixote's personal experiences. Ishmael replied uncertainly, thinking back to the place we were made to watch back in La Mancha Land. Well, I think all those stories, even though they're only partially true, just go to show what a ridiculous place it can be. We wouldn't need fixers of justice to begin with if we really lived in a just world, right? A really good place to live would be quiet and peaceful without someone having to force it. Haha, that's true. I hope there come a day when Rhodes Island can be a normal pharmaceutical company in the future. Something wrong? No, I just thought Miss Mears and I made eye contact. Did she overhear our conversation? I looked her direction as well, but all I saw was Mears excitedly reacting to Don Quixote's tales. Whoa! What happened then? Thus spake Lady Otis, boldly before the soldiers who stood in our path. Though presumptuous to stand in our path, servants of a master most unworthy, I, Otis, shall educate ye on how men to make it. Don Quixote was now retelling the stories of Limbus Company's adventures in Hongyuan and... her face! Otis, who could no longer stand Don Quixote's unintentional alterations of the story, jumped to her feet and shouted. Damn it! What kind of nonsense are you feeding her? I never said anything like that. Verily, certain aspects of this retelling may have been exaggerated. That's Tales of Adventures for you. Things are bound to get a bit dry when the story is told too realistically and as is, right? You know, nothing, not even necessarily resembling a proper record book remain once the profound silence swept through this village. So I've always had a craving for this kind of stories. But Iberia doesn't stop Iberians from immigrating, contrary to tight immigration control. Have you ever thought about leaving this place? It's still a challenge to cross the border, especially since we're going to have to pass through larger cities that are managed by the Inquisition. You don't seem particularly fond of this. Excuse me? Inquisition. Why is that? That's because this village was formed by people who grew tired of living under the Inquisition's rule and fled. Sorry, what kind of organization is this? Inquisition? Sinclair asked, face turning cold upon hearing the word Inquisition and the people that fled from it. Yeah. Then I got under hammer where we saw back in How aren't the kind of memories that are so easily forgotten. According to Dr. Calcit, the Inquisition is what filled the power vacuum once Iberia fell into chaos. That its inquisitors are the rapier and lamp-wielding protectors of Iberia's cities from lawlessness. That alone kind of makes them sound like good people, though. Yeah, they are, but there's the Church of the Deep. The Inquisition will go to whatever lengths to deal with incidents relating to the church that worships Seaborns. Why, an organization that worships those monsters? It seems that cultish fanaticism is a plague wherever we go. I feel like people with all kinds of wrong faiths and beliefs are so common. See, Seaborns are the ones that messed Iberia up. So following their logic, apparently it's okay for them to arrest anyone who seems even remotely connected to them. Are you saying that Iberia is like this because of the Seaborns? Those things from earlier? I guess they were kind of troublesome to deal with, but they didn't seem that strong. Anyways, it's just what I heard from Gramps, but the Inquisition executed many innocent people too in their crusade against the Church of the Deep. For those who claim to be on the side of justice, they seem quite fond of committing such villainy. Seems like a reasonable policy decision to me, but it must pose a clear danger to the daily lives of civilians. Yeah, I heard I was the only survivor, and everyone in my family died. Oh, she just dropped that. Oh, just like Sinclair. You must have had to endure such a long period of pain to be able to say something like that with such composure. For Iberia, they are heroes who will bring back the land to its glory days. But the Gramps, they were just oppressors making his life difficult. That's why we all come here, fleeing from the Inquisition's gaze. Yet, when Four has now decided to settle at a place that's so... run down? Indeed. Yeah, I know. But it's not so bad once you get used to it. Besides, we managed to find a new path thanks to you guys. To the sea! Well, it's getting late. Will you be repairing the ship tomorrow too? This place really has no soundproofing at all, huh? Good talk, everyone. Hope we get another chance to do this tomorrow too. After seeing Mayor's throne room, the other sinners, those who were still up anyway, and I laid ourselves on a hard flowstone floor with only a thin layer of cloth between it and our backs. A mysterious world that is neither the city nor the outskirts. But it seems that the lives of its people led were just as difficult as they were anywhere else. Oh my god! I think I need to take a short break. Because I've been yapping non-stop. So much dialogue. Yeah. Do a little stretch. Ugh. Man, just talking straight. after like not doing this for like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks even. I drink some water. How much more do I have to go? Oh my god. Is it really going to have to be like one chapter and then I talk for like 30 minutes? We're 14 chapters. Okay. Alright. Okay, battle! This should be clear cut. Enter. Now we can select. Yeah, I'm just gonna go crazy.
어디서?
잠깐 의로움을 세우기 위해서라면.
Oh wait, I did not. There it is. So I only have Umbrella Glory and the Faust's Command Meltdown. I still don't have Honglu, and I still don't have enough to get her 1000. Alright, back to the stages. Whew, okay, let's go.
이제야
I almost forgot about her.
보는 눈은 있네요.
I
여기서
think
저만큼
this is
유능한
it.
문제는 흔치
Hold on.
않죠.
Is this good? Wait.
확인했어요.
For Rupture. I mean, I could use this. I actually... Rupture Potency. Nah, it's fine. You? Tremor. On evade though. Only on evade. Plus 1 final power. We do have a lot of... No, it's Gluttony. We don't have a lot of Pride. Pride is only for... Oh, okay. That works. If not, we can just stick with him. Let's go.
만곡된 직선을 직선으로 질주하겠어.
It's so big! The golden ship. Amazing! I didn't know there were remaining vessels of this class in Iberia. Aha! I see your name here. It's called by the name Rebellion de las Masas. Rebellion de las Masas. Revolt of the Masses? Is it? A name very much marred in peculiarity indeed. Honglu chimed in that he was rather fond of it with its size being about the same as the boat from his home. While Ishmael quickly jumped in to correct it. Its size alone wasn't anything special at the Great Lake, but it was still pretty big compared to Mephi or the Indigo Elder's skiff. Compared to that? We are minnows compared to that. I thought it was gonna be somewhere around Mephi's size at most. Are you sure we can get this ship fixed in a day or two? As I briefed you yesterday, the great majority of the time-consuming repairs had already been completed by the villagers. The extent of our repair efforts only concerns few components within a vessel that the villagers could not repair, which shouldn't take us much time. Unless parts that are unfamiliar to Faust are also malfunctioning, such as the core engine, remaining repairs should be sufficiently managed by Faust. Despite Ota's confident declaration, I could not help but feel oddly unsettled as I look at the ship. I don't know why, but something tells me that we don't want to linger here for too long. Still, please be thorough about it, just in case. I'd rather not sit on a sinking ship again. The experience at the Great Lake was enough. Do not worry, Dante. Unlike Mephistopheles, most functions of this vessel, buoyancy gear, propellers, steering gear, are all in operational capacity. This repair should be much easier than the case with Mephistopheles. They seem confident enough. We should be safe this time round, right? Are we taking that rope to climb up to the ship? No, there's a lift-like apparatus down here. It should take us up to the ship. Its stability was verified yesterday. Let's not sport the lift. You're 100% certain, right? The boat is afloat right now, Dante. I don't think you'll be sinking anytime soon. Wouldn't that be nice? Oi, are you two just gonna faff about down there? We're heading up now. No, we're going with you. As I make my way into the vessel's bridge. Wow! It's actually very high-tech looking. I was greeted by the extravagant interior that was gaudy as its exterior. This is a real goal, is it? Sure is shiny as heck in here. I've got butterflies in my stomach. A.S. Aesthetically satisfying, she says. But too ostentatious. Not quite my style. Our young nephew is also quite the excellent vessel, yet... Imagine the adventures we could embark on this aboard this vessel, most lavishly decorated. As Faust and Otis were working on one of the control panels, Ishmael walked up to another and interfaced it before giving a knowing nod. This must have been an investigative or research vessel of sorts. But it does seem a bit extravagant for one of those. Look, coordinates. Updating in real time, it seems. The coordinates seem to have been set to somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it points to a small islet? Nope, no islet there. Ah! But blimey, Lost. You sure know how to sneak up on people. Mayors? Haha, what? Did I actually surprise you? I did ask if you guys were going to come up to fix the boat today. Still, I didn't know you'd be here. Why are coordinates set to this location? There are several undercity cities beneath those coordinates, collectively known as Ire. Graham's home. He came from the sea? He's a Ire. Oh! I mean, sure, because he knows the language. What am I thinking? I didn't make any sense. See. Understood. What was understood, if I may ask? It is now understood why the promise to repair the ship was sufficient to earn their trust and the title of saviors. What was she on about? Something someone get translating. Consolidating and cross-referencing the observed particular circumstances of the village and the statements from the village chief, alongside information garnered from the exchange with mayors. It is possible to gauge the significance this ship's repair has to the local populace. Of course, while this may constitute a sequence of logical connections that poses a certain challenge for Heathcliff to comprehend, to employ any degree of effort to attempt to explain it in a more digestible language would constitute a pursuit in human efficiency. Why are they poking at his intelligence now? He's still pretty smart. Lower the baton, I implore you. I shall explain it in full. Just wonder when Miss Smartass will start gabbing like that again. So, what's she on about? Heathcliff's shoulders were relaxed. It didn't seem like he was actually going to swing the bat. He placed it lightly over his shoulder of his eye. A brief observation of the village seemed to suggest that their subsistence situation was quite dark. Much of their daily sustenance consisted of dry food, most of them made for long-term storage purposes. Considering what Scotty said about how the coastal areas are full of danger, maybe those dried seafood aren't from around here either. Maybe it's food they packed when they first came to Far Muerto? Some villagers were armed, yeah, and those sea terrors aren't exactly that formidable, but given the statement that the village are in, I doubt they have an easy time repelling those monsters. Indeed. And that brings us to the question of sustenance. Right, I get what's going on here. The Lars and the Granddad are about to visit their hometown, and they're trying to get some food supplies from there to feed the villagers. And to convince them, they're planning to use the fact that they're from the same neck of the woods. Or sea, I guess. Oh, so we're not just repairing the ship. We're repairing their food supply plan too. Huh? What's wrong? It's, While the expressions were rather crude, Hefli's summary of the situation was clear, to the point, and easily understood. The sinner stared at him with mild surprise. Why? He's actually intelligent! Not you too, Dante. What's with them annoying looks? Wait. Oh, you sots. You don't think I'm that dim-witted, do you? Top-notch intuition. It's just that it's been a while since you've shown this side of yourself. Thinking back, Hefli's intuition always been excellent, and he'd often put together surprisingly accurate conclusions with impressive speed. You know, when you really think about it, it's kind of your fault for... Ah! I've been too soft on you lately, haven't I? Oi! Get back here! Ahem. Now, with those fools of the conversation, was he correct? Otis looks away from the usual chaos and asks Mayors. Now, honestly, I'm surprised. He was on point. Yeah, food's been running low in the village. At this rate, we won't last another year. But the Ire will. I'm sure they welcome us with open arms. I don't want to come off like I'm overly worried, but do you think they'll welcome the others too? Unlike Mayors the Chief, they're not Ire. I believe they will. Ire suspects and hates the Ire for no other reason than we are from the sea. But our home cannot have fallen so low as to abandon a group of starving land dwellers. Pretty! Might thou explain to us who the Ire are? I initially thought it would be a reference to a region. Yet it also seems to refer to an affiliation of sorts. Maybe there's something like nest dwellers? Though I don't heard of a nest that accepts extra people with open arms. Or maybe there used to be some rich folk? If they call them nest tops Ire here, then does that make the rabbit ear last Ire too? Wait, in the war you came from, do they not distinguish between races? That's not entirely true. Delineating between races is a concept that does exist. Though I only saw them in the Phantoms. There were those terrifying things called goose bombs. However, as a general rule, it can be said that humans should be the only intelligent life forms in the city. The people of Terra have slightly varying appearances depending on the race, like my tortoise ears. Rabbit ears! And I've got pointy ears because of my Ire, though it's not a rare characteristic every Ire shares. The closest idea to what you're discussing appeared to be... Don Quixote seemed to be struggling to finish a sentence. Marcel stepped in to continue. By contextual clues and the manner of word usage, including a means of classification, the closest example in our world will be buttons. Similar external experiences, different natures, comparable sapiens. It is of my belief that blood fiends are ostracized due to their nature that maketh coexistence with humans difficult. And maybe there are also... I'm sure some of them do possess qualities that makes coexistence with others difficult, but they are probably rare. Then, wherefore are they made subjects of suspicion and hatred? That's... Well, the language is new, but the idea itself is pretty familiar to the city folks like us. Think of feathers of fallen wings, kids born in the back streets, people who replace their body parts with prosthetics. The form differs, yet in essence we find it. Racism is very real. Something about how we keep finding these similarities in ways of our lives, despite finding ourselves in a distant world with different rules, races, and humans, felt oddly discomforting. Human nature is like that. The point is, you guys are doing us real solid by fixing up the ship. Let's move on from those gloomy conversations, okay? I want to show you the cooler parts of the ship. This way. The ship core may have to wait. The repairs are almost completed, but an issue has risen. Issue? Whoa, that's not reassuring at all. Multiple life forms identified to have hit, assumed to be sea terror horde. The ship's radar system seems to suggest that the vessel is surrounded. They are the same monsters from yesterday. Executive Manager, please ordered us to prepare for battle. Damn it. Are they the sea terrors you encountered? They look a bit different, but yeah, probably. There's a lot of them, but if our last experience tells us anything, we should be able to handle this. Mia, please support us in battle like you did yesterday. In this Dao fight? Young mayors? I feel I'm just gonna get in your way. Then, guys, try and place the key mayors as far as possible from the battle. Then let's hurry down there. We don't want them damaging the ship any further. Ah, yes. It's battle time.
행색이 이상하나? 그럼에도 이상이여. 내가 맞서. 내가 아시의 이상을 함께 줬던 호위 이상이여.
Oh, and the ship. So cool. Okay. Win rate! I can finally relax just for a moment.
물넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
I only feel sad that I'm not able to play the story for the previous event, so I didn't get Chicken Sinclair. Sucks. And I missed out on getting Show Otis as well, so that's down too. $20? I think we're alright.
자, 이쪽일지 잘 생각해봐. 숨쉬는 자, 누구 하나 살려보내지 마라.
이제 깨치시길.
Oh, I want to finish this event so bad.
저 행주들을 도려내.
Nice one.
바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라. 바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라.
Anyway, we're going on easy mode right now
여자치고
because my team is basically built around Heisho and Hongwu. We might have more trouble playing on hard mode, but we shall see.
아직 죽지 마. 지금은 좋았어.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없고 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Mission accomplished. Whew, alright. Oh my gosh.
두려움 없이 나아갈 수 있는 아씨가 그리던 홍원이 한 걸음 더 가까워진 것이요.
Is the reason why he talks so much is because he's Yi-sang, or is it because he's based on the character that talks like this?
내
I
그것만을
did not
바라고
finish the story.
온몸에 피를 묻혀가며
Okay, more battle.
쉼없이 달리고
And
있으니
he's still talking, just like a certain other announcer that I have not put on once I learned that he can do that.
필두 출진.
Okay, it's so funny actually. They gave us an announcer whose lines can delay the victory scene from like closing. So we just have to
색이
watch
이상하나
him
그럼에도
yap away
이상하나
while we are still at the
내가
victory
봤어.
scene.
내가
시간 끌 것 없이
아쉬운
Oh,
모조리
Herbert,
치워버리죠.
the announcer that you are.
을 넘고
I have to try putting him on again someday.
敵に対して
목을
大
떨고
きな打撃を与えました
When I'm not rushing for an event, maybe.
텐데
効果的な攻撃でした
Oh, they don't look good.
이 거리는 충분해 너한테
But we're still okay. We're still alright.
ポッターのように優れた指揮ですね敵は
Right, we had this big guy here. I did not pay attention. Standby. Does not use attack skills when taking damage. Until taking... Oh. Well, we can't do anything about that since this is like this. Right. Oh, min max speed. Gosh. Offense level? Oh my goodness. Max 8? What the heck? Enter... Oh my goodness. We have to be careful. But so far I think we're alright. Excuse me.
자 시비수에게 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고
가치 없
ダンテさんの作戦
죽어.
とても効果的でした
Still so cool to see all these Arknights enemy
도련의
translated into Limbus style.
오야 길을 열어 바람 불어오는 대로 깔끔하게 불었군
허술하긴.
Nice one.
このままいけば敵を食い止められます
I think the nervous impairment's still fine. And this guy's staggered. Doing pretty good.
불가 위야. 마감제.
Oh, so close.
열어져 뱀으로 끓여서 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이 저 해충들을
It's going to die! That was excessive.
하여 길을 열어 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도
Nice.
마음 깔끔하게 불었군
敵は深手を負っています
Is this the last one? Okay, looks like it. Neutral. Make a soda. Just in case. It's the first one to go.
자
Magical girl Honglu. Nice.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도
버티겠군.
Whatever happened, I don't know if that is who I'm actually should be aiming at.
바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라 넘고
와.
무수히 넘고 얼마든지 꺾고 제쳐라
Woo!
これがリンバスカンパニーの戦闘私もまた一つ学ばせていただきました
Excellent work, everyone. The remaining entities have all returned to sea. Is everyone okay? It was just like our last skirmish. Sea terrors that had surrounded the ship returned to sea even before the battle came to an end. And their retreat felt too orderly and deliberate to be just running away. They are testing us. We're doing peachy, but what about a ship? Oh, is the ship okay? Minor damages to the hull, but nothing that will impede the ship's operational capabilities. Ew. So, I noticed during the battle, I may be wrong of course, but I think I noticed how around the end of the battle, those monsters are starting to go after the manager? You're probably right, actually. Noticed too, at some point during our battle, those monsters realized that it's the manager who's commanding the rest of us. I sensed the very same. Their movements were fluid and adaptive, as though they were learning our behavior. That's the scary thing about Seaborn. Why does the Church of the Deep worship monsters like them? There ain't much of a question in it. They all must have gone mental. I'm sure they have many reasons, but Seaborns are beings of infinite potential. So much that there's no stability fate enough to properly convey the scale. As organisms, they can endlessly evolve and adapt. Every time they encounter a new environment or a new element, they transform themselves and other Seaborns. Maybe, that's their draw. That fascination may be an attitude most befitting a researcher. Yet, transformation of fascination into idolatry is, if I may be frank, not entirely positive. I find them pretty uncomfortable. They just remind me of whales. Then, can they adapt to learn a language to communicate with us? What? Going by everything we've heard, I think they sound really smart. Mia's eyes went round at Honglu's suggestion. She brought her hands to her mouth in surprise. You sure was something. I heard there was Seaborn who could talk. If non-humans speak the language of humans, regardless of its testament to that intelligence, I can only think of two possibilities as to why they would. One, to communicate with humans. The other, to deceive humans. More often than not, it's the latter. What about distortions? Some of them already know how to speak. Distortions are phenomena in which humans transformed into monstrous forms, first observed after the White Nights and Dark Days incident. Therefore, the example is irrelevant to Uti's supposition. White Nights and Dark Days. She whispered quietly, but as we were standing rather close to her, we all caught on to the hint of joy in her voice. The pillar of light in the city. Did you really? How have you come across this knowledge, Miss Mayers? Oh, that's... Isn't it obvious? We've got the culprit right here. The storyteller lass has been gabbing on with no end. Yeah, she's been talking non-stop all morning about all kinds of stories, hasn't she? Huh? Yet, I have not gotten that far. You again? You didn't get so lost in your own stories that you babbled all about our company secrets, have you? Hi! Hi, Venta! Thank you for the lurks! I hope you have a good night. How's it going? How's fighting going on, actually? Yeah. I gotta stretch for a bit. Nay! Fie! I was simply not! As Don Quixote was subjected to yet another round of scolding, Mia stared out towards the sea, where the sea terrors might start crawling to the surface once again before turning towards us. I wonder which of the two the Seaborns are. Their sense of self is really faint, so I don't think they'll be in either category. I think it's possible that they learned human language out of instinct, that the power of speech might help them survive. It appears that you, Miss Mears, are quite the expert on the subject of seaborns. Your knowledge of them goes beyond what fear for one's survival may yield, thereby suggesting different means of acquisition. Do you, by chance, worship seaborns? I don't worship seaborns. Seaborns don't have any hopes or wishes, just desire for survival. Miss Mears, does that mean if seaborns were somehow able to hope? Maybe so. Is that so? The repairs are completed. As we were conversing, Faust descended from the ship with a neatly organized set of tools borrowed from the village. Repairs completed. I'm guessing repairs are done? Yes. The ship is ready to set sail. Did you have a departure time and date in mind? I would prefer if we set apart as soon as possible. We don't have a time set on anything, but I think we should be able to set sail this late afternoon at the earliest. That soon? As you've seen, we don't have a lot to bring with us. Oh, by the way, how far out to sea do you guys need to go? We need to find this dimensional door of sorts. I could see the dimensional door's light from the beach at night. It was faint, but given how the light's strong enough to break through the sea fog, we should be able to determine its location somewhere around the coastal waters. So, we can go back tonight? The first order of business is to relay this news to the villagers. Yeah, back to the village for now. Yee! Oh my god. How much more to go?
두려움 없이 나아갈 수
Do I
있는
have enough?
아씨가 그리던 홍원이
No.
한 걸음 더 가까워진
He's
것이요.
still talking. Oh!
그러니
Great.
언젠가
I can roll now.
꼭 내게도 은자.
Yeah, you know what? Let's take a short break and I'm gonna roll. Oh, Honglu, please. Honglu, Ling Honglu, please, please, please come to me. You're the last one left. No matter the amount of begging I do, he's not gonna come. I say this as I extract another 10 roll. Yeah, nothing. Oh, man. Oh, okay, return. Oh, man. 50? Not ideal at all. Not enough? How? How do I get another 150 rolls if he doesn't come? Like, in maybe another 10 roll. I think I can only, like, get another 10 roll. I've already collected the tickets from the shop. Ugh. Okay. Have faith. Have faith. I always have faith when rolling for FGO. I should have faith now for Limbus company. Okay. The Inquisitor. There's something going on in the village. Yeah, I hear it too. People shouting and hollering. When we returned to the village, ship repairs completed, we were welcomed by a rather hostile standoff. Hold on, let me drink some water. A quick count told me there were approximately 20 people assembled at the village square. Considering its population, that was pretty much the whole village. Who's that over there? I have a guess. It's probably Irene. And because she looks like an Inquisitor, they are not happy. Inquisitor, I think we've been found. There she is! She looks so nice. Hi, we'll be there! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome me to Limbus Company Arknights Collab event. trying to finish this hopefully by tonight. Yes, it's Irene! The Inquisitor, dressed in a well-kept uniform, was about the same height as Don Quixote. Oh, she's short. I forgot how short she is. The sword and a lamp hanging from her waist sits in a stark contrast from the more run-down, ramshackle village. Before the event came out, I thought Ishmael might get her EGO, but I guess Scotty is a very good fit too. However, do you play Limbus Company? She almost looked like a fixer from a city. So, the Inquisition has discovered our village. Do you really think that you could go forever, stay out of the Inquisition case, citizen? That's a naive dream. Fabius disappeared from the Inquisition mid-interrogation under charges of suspicion of membership within the Church of the Deep. Last known location, Salt Flat. The other Inquisitors informed me that you have been identified next to pirates in its fringes. Oh, that's so cute! She has a tree mouth. From a criminal to an outlaw, what a dramatic evolution of her career. But the end's here, now. Every citizen here, including you, will be accompanying me to the Inquisition. They have never broken a single law, nor they are outlaws of any kind. They are not like me. They have disregarded the Inquisition's authority, evaded the gaze of Iberia, and found this sodden coast to lurk in. Tell me I'm not supposed to find that suspicious. What are you talking about? You can't just start arresting people left and right with tenuous suspicion like that. You shouldn't. We only wish to live a quiet life, ma'am. Is that so? Then you might find yourself turning to this village one day, as long as you're telling the truth. Which is not an option for you, Fabius. Mayors, was Chief really a pirate? Shizu! Yes! Are my companies limbusing? For the most part, yes, we are limbusing. On the other hand, gacha-wise, I am not limbusing very well. Your cousin got Thanos to limbus! I guess so? The coincidence and the timing of Arknights story and the collab happening is really funny to me. Shizu! Hellos! Welcome to Limbus Company. I hope you had a good day. The kids don't say go to hell anymore. They say Thanos to Limbus. Ah, Terra is weird. We got gods in Rhodes Island indoors. Are the gods the dragons? I know the dragons are considered gods in Arknights. Kinda. I haven't played Arknight for so long, I've already forgotten most of the lore. But I still have an account since I think I started like when the game first came out. I think I was one of those people playing it for the first time. Yeah, alright, Shizu. This week is Dev Week. But you're trucking on. Ah! Get going! You can do it! You can do it, Shizu! I believe in you. But of course, you must take some breaks. The current Doctor in Limbus is at his peak. Oh, damn! Yeah, we haven't even seen the Doctor in this event. Well, yeah, but as far as I know, he's been out of the game for a while. And even when he ran with the pirates, all they ever did was share Limbus turkey to the villagers. Or carry our errands between them. Even if you're telling the truth, Mayors, I doubt the Inquisition will be lenient. Well, what now? I have but one question to ask. That Inquisitor, is she following the proper legal procedures? I don't know much about the laws of Iberia, but Dr. Kelsey told us that the words of the Inquisitors were pretty much the law here. It is likely that she is following the proper legal procedures. The procedures, precisely what the villagers have left from after all. Then it is decided. Otis quietly dragged me to the side, whispered outside Mayor's earshot. The sinners who were right next to me seemed to have picked it up, though. Executive Manager, we best immediately return to the ship, take command of it, and sail out on our own. It is unwise to involve ourselves in this conflict. What? Are you seriously suggesting that we just let him arrest the villagers? Didn't you hear what the Inquisitor said? It seems quite cut and dry to me. It is just standard procedure with no local laws broken. We'll need no place or involve ourselves. Our best hope is to take the ship before they impound that too. We can't do that. Even if it is standard procedure, even if you're working within the law, it's not... You stayed up to hear Mayor's story, didn't you? You know, the Inner Court Inquisitors were working within the law too, when they came for the village. That was standard procedure, too. If anyone had stepped in then. I know what you went through, but I'd still rather not take a risk in an unfamiliar environment like this. I will try my best to figure out how to sail that ship. If I cannot, then I have faith in Ishmael to quickly learn its controls. I can't say you're wrong, but I don't know. Neither you or I know anything about the ocean currents here or this. We can get the ship going, but I can't guarantee that we'll reach the dimensional door without any trouble. Wait, hold on. He doesn't have amnesia? Wait, what? Huh? He doesn't have amnesia? The doctor doesn't have amnesia in this... Huh? When does this take place then? The timing for Arknights. That's weird. Shizu, you have 2 projects due and 1 very labor intensive. The other I have to line a few interviews up, but that's going well. That's good to hear. Cube Supreme Leader of Rhodes Island, Mia. Yes. Right, yeah, she's the leader. No clue. Yeah, that's strange. Very strange. Do you know anything about the sea currents in this region? Are we gonna kidnap mayors to take on the ship? Not much, but I know the coastal sea somewhat. And you can't fight Inquisitors directly here in Iberia. Fleeing with the ship might be a better option. What should we do, Dante? Yeah, I guess it's kinda awkward for us to take the ship and go, huh? How about we try to talk to the Inquisitor then? I think we should at least try to hear them out first. Them being the Inquisitor and the Chief both. If the discussion goes well, we might be able to even get the Inquisitor's support. Like Mr. Honglu said, we should hear them out first, then try to convince them. I agree with them both. First, let's see what the Inquisitor has to say. R. What? Rabbit's right, she says. Are you certain that translation was accurate, Sinclair? Right, because Amia's a rabbit. I keep thinking she's a donkey, but she's not a donkey, she's a rabbit. Right? There's no way Ryushu would choose anything other than violence, right? Idiots. It's because the other options are pointless. The Inquisitor's seen us. We're already under suspicion. She will doubtless try to stop us if we flee now. So, talkers, lower her guard, then attack. Pretty sure that's not what Mia meant. Well, if she's already onto us, then we shouldn't give her any excuse to attack us by running away. She's a 6-star operator, guys. I was wondering what you were doing there, lurking in the background. A clock-shaped head. Are you from the Columbian Union? Yeah, wearing a clock for a head due to reasons, but they have nothing to do with the Columbian Union. What's the Columbian Union? Yeah, she is. Yeah, Shizu. She doesn't look like it, but she has very sharp rabbit ears. Yeah, she thought she was a donkey. I thought she was a donkey too. She a caster, she a guard, and she a healer. Oh, I don't think I ever seen a healer one. I didn't catch up with that bit. But I know she was a guard. I've seen her guard version. What? Which language are they speaking? Regardless of whether you're from Colombia or not, you're clearly not from Iberia, let alone this village. You're not wrong, but I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding. I'm quite certain you don't know enough about these villagers to stand between them and the Inquisitor. How long have I been staying here? 2 days? Buddy, don't just tell her that. 2 days? Alright, enough of the chictionary. Get out of my way, outsider. The attempt appears to have been made on quite the unstable ground. Please lend us your ear for a minute, Inquisitor. I'm Lumiya, leader of Rhodes Island. Yes, I'm aware of Iberia's close border situation. I felt hope swelling within me as Lumiya began with confidence, unlike Sinclair. Alas, it was short-lived. Thanks to the Inquisitor's quick retort, I couldn't help but place my palm against my forehead at the exchange that followed. Oh, so we're not only dealing with outsiders of dubious origin. We have illegal entry as well? That's... We had to, because the issue demands urgency and... I've been briefed. Brazenly crossed the border, didn't you? I don't know how urgent that issue could be, but I doubt it's anything more significant than the situation at hand for Iberia and its Inquisition. The High Inquisitor is handling the Rhodes Island issue. Stay put and await the consequences while he and that chatty mad doctor of yours talk it out. Do you know that your treatment may depend on the negotiation skills? As for the village chief, I understand that you have the right to arrest him, as he's a fugitive who has fled in the middle of an interrogation and has been sailing with pirates. However, it is an inhuman treatment to arrest the rest of the villagers as well. Inhumane? This decision is well within the rights bestowed upon the Inquisition. They've lived for years right next to the highly suspicious Ire. The Inquisition must investigate the rest of them to well verify whether they have committed any acts of treason against our laws. This isn't going anywhere, is it? Listen, they've been surviving for years upon years by the coast without the protection of the Inquisition, and that simply cannot make sense. Oi, I think I've heard enough from you. Isn't it funny how you're blaming them for what is essentially a failure of your responsibilities? And now you roll up in here only to go, they shouldn't be alive? I'm arresting them all? What, are you saying these people should all be dead or something? I am. There's no other way to cut it. People simply shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this. Not for this long. The Inquisition's reply only seemed to fan Heathcliff's wrath as he lifted up his bat and began striding forward. That's it. Last, if you ever so much as touch the tip of a single villager's hair. Please, calm yourself, Heathcliff. But Honglu stepped in between them. Get your bloody hands off me. I've had enough of her. Continuing to threaten her will cause something irreparably bad to happen. I believe you know that yourself, Cliff. What do you suggest then? We're clearly not making any progress by trying to talk this out. Excuse me, Miss Inquisitor. What do you mean that people shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this? I mean it literally. Even by some miracle that they actually do survive, they should at least be suffering from endless hunger, struggling to their wits' end at the inevitability of the calamity. But they look too healthy. The heck? Shouldn't it be applauded for managing to survive through so much hardship? I'm an Inquisitor. I'm not some crazy person on a power high I goes around accosting and arresting civilians of Iberia straight to the gallows. Okay? I have more than enough probable cause to take them in for interrogation. It's just that I don't have the time or the energy to explain every single one of them to you outsiders. Promise them a fair judgment, whichever way they may be, after a proper investigation. So, stop it with this obstruction of justice. She's flashing her rapier. Right, her voice shaking with frustration. Dante, without a full picture of the circumstances, most advices go against further recognition of a local political authority. I agree with Faust. I get the feeling that she isn't the kind of heartless inquisitor that goes around indiscriminately executing innocents, like Miss Mears told us about earlier. I don't think she's anything like the inquisitors in Encore we saw back out. They were right. We didn't have the full picture of the circumstances. Getting in the way of an inquisitor who was clearly a rather significant political entity in the area was most likely a bad idea. Shizu, only one thing you know comes from Columbia. Oh, she damages enemy to heal, I see. She about to do a Beyblade skill of hers. I know that I know one of her skills. She's just gonna lift everybody up and then do a lot of like slashing attacks. I have Irene in my team. When I used to play Arknights. So much talking! I'm dying! Let me drink some water. It isn't the Inquisitor's job to answer your questions. Continue to obstruct me, then. As the standoff was showing no signs of ending. Miss Mears? I can't answer your questions. So for now, let's do as the Inquisitor says. Mears, who had been hiding behind us ever since we returned to the village, suddenly stepped forward. Yet, what of thy grandfather? And the villagers? It's alright. I'm sure this is happening only because the Inquisitor doesn't know. I really want to burp. I burped, okay. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. What do you mean you answered their questions? About the profound silence. Mears' response to Udis was but a single concept. I didn't quite grasp its significance, but I seemed a surprised Inquisitor. That's what they call the calamity that destroyed Iberia. Right. Back then when we played the Golden Era event, I played, something happened to Iberia that made them all like this. Oh, new people. The Church of the Deep. Music. Did the music just change? They have Paralyzed? Oh man, they have Slash? That's not good. Okay. I'm basically halfway through. No, what happened? Stages. Okay. We're basically halfway through. Halfway through. Something Seaborn. Seaborn. You. Decades ago, a great wave ravaged through Iberia. It wasn't long before the Seaborns carried by the waves diminished Iberia's brilliant civilization to this. The waves. The profound silence then must have reduced the village to its current state as well. Is there any reason it's called a profound silence? It doesn't seem to be the most appropriate moniker for a calamity like that. It's because the sea went dead silent before the waves came. Silence then claimed the ships out at sea. Then the cities of Iberia. Then the Iberians. No one could say a word in the face of the ineffable calamity. What are you? No average Limbus citizen should be privy to any of the information you're sharing. And the Church of the Deep is really capitalizing on the pandemonium that followed the profound silence. It pretended to be Iyer from the sea, deluded the citizenry of Iberia, and is sowing chaos in their alliance. So that's why they're arresting Iyer left and right. You can see the thought process. Huh. So, it's understandable why the Inquisitor would want to arrest us. Dante. This isn't good. Sharing that seems to have some kind of taboo-like thing for the Inquisition. The Inquisitor wordlessly stared at Mayors. Her eyes were filled with traces of anger and confusion, but... she's afraid. There was fear in the face of the threat. Not the fear of the terrified, no. It's the fear of someone who is suddenly confronted with something they must destroy. The High Inquisitor once told me that should I come across an Iyer who knows too much, there is a silver chance that they may be assistance to Iberia. Seized! Now they're threatening the innocent with the brandishing of the firearm. Right, they have guns! I forgot she has a gun! But most are seduced by the allure of the sea. Thus they are with little doubt our foes. I've got a bad feeling about this. Hi, Kamiru! New manager? Hello, fellow manager. Are you a Limbus player as well? How fair thee. Oh, thank you for the follow! Cat Miru, thank you. Manager Miru. Get out of my way, outsider. Final warning. Oh, run! Let's just make a break for it. Quick on the update as always. Rhoda slung Mayors over her shoulder and ran past the villagers, while the sinners scattered in all directions to distract the Inquisitor. Oh my god. Yeah, just a casual day one player. No worries. Oh my gosh. Casual, huh? Well, I'm a casual day 3 player. I started, like, not immediately, because when the game first came out, I didn't even know there was a game like this, but one of the people I follow, they played this game, live stream, and I was like, they were introducing the new characters and stuff. I took one look at Gregor being introduced the first time, and I was like, hook, line, sinker. I gotta play this game. It's exactly my type. Have you finished the event then? I'm only left with 8 days to finish this game. This event. And in the midst of all that action, Don Quixote rushed towards the Inquisitor without a moment's hesitation. Go, Don Quixote! Thou shalt no go further. I, a fixer of justice, shall abide by thou persecute them. Forsooth, 'tis a battle delayed, not avoided. This clash is inevitable. She's so heroic. In that moment of crisis, seconds before this could directly make us the new enemy. Monster. Oh my god! Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh! What? Gregor, the bug boy! Thank you for the follow! Thank you! Miru, you got all 3 EGOs of 200 fools. Can't say I'm not jealous. I still haven't gotten Honglu, and I have to spark Gregor. And finish. You finished the event shop. Oh, I gotta play this event before it ends. Oh man, she really got Thanos to Limbus. A large obsidian crystallization in the shape of a monster burst forth between the two of them. Gah! Who is it this time? That's enough meaningless bickering. Dr. Calcit! Do you know her? Yes, she's Dr. Calcit. Dr. Rhodes Island Medical Department. Dr. Calcit, behind you! shoot first, talk later, is it? The negotiations are over. From this moment onward, Rhodes Island is now operating within legal capacity on Iberian territory under the Inquisition's authorization. She's so green. The Inquisitor fired a blast of the firearm-looking weapon, but the monster summoned by Calcid managed to deflect it. And the cannonball thrown from the weapon punched clean through the wall of building we stayed the night in, before punching through several other buildings behind it. What do you... Irene just fired a cannonball? It was enough to instantly freeze the sinners and the villagers on the spot. That penetrated a building. Though the walls may be weaker than the hit standard for what counts as a building's exterior wall, to punch through so many is... What a precise point it makes. And now's not the time to stand around impressed! It is a violation of a taboo to have that much penetrative power in a firearm. We're not in the city. Don't lose your heads over this. Taboos don't apply here. My head knows that to be true, yet my heart finds it difficult to be still. That is enough that discussion for now. It is advisable that we carefully observe and grasp the situation at hand, instead of deliberating on a taboo, the jurisdiction of which does not reach this far. Yeah, so the situation's gotten slightly better, right? If she's Amiya's friend, then she's our ally. Besides, she's got some super powerful looking prosthetic gear looking thing too. I have no idea what the technology is for Arknights. Is that what you think? I apologize for the disappointment, but I'm not on anyone's side. In other words, your particular domination ally might not be entirely correct. However, if I must define my allegiance, then let me inform you that the closest label would be that I'm Inquisitor Iron's ally. Dr. Calcid. Amiya. Outsiders. As much as you would like to deny it, the Inquisitor's suspicions are true. While it can be said that the process by which you reached the conclusion was unfair, the conclusion itself is, without a doubt, correct. So, you're actually connected to the Church of the Deep. That's one way to put it. To be more precise, they aren't connected to the Church of the Deep. They are the Church of the Deep. Perhaps the village itself is a dilapidated church of the congregation. Our village? A church? Just look at our buildings. Where would we even congregate? Your thoughts, Faust? Should have waited on Pity Gregor. Since if you put one of the last two, then you can shard the other one. Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. But then, now it's just Honglu left, so I am just begging for Lady Luck to be merciful and I actually get Honglu before the event ends. If you want in-game art, I can fetch that for you. Nice, okay! Oh my gosh. Wait, what do you mean by game art? Time for a plot twist or just swipe. Eh? What do you mean? However, the fact that Amiya's colleague has made the same argument as the Inquisitor brings the accused's defense into question. But yet, I can hardly believe the young mayor is lying to us. Hold on. You've been chatting plenty with the Inquisitor, or whatever. How do we know you aren't aligned with them the whole time? I see. You really are all entirely in the dark. Best expected outcome, given that all of you may be from a place far beyond the dimensional door. As fortune should have it, there's no need for you to know it anyway. Truth is truth unchanging, without acceptance from an errant group of outsiders. Besides, soon. I'm sorry. It seems we've mired you in this trouble. Ah, say no such thing. We shall not abide as one such injustices perpetrated before our eyes. The village has already been identified by the Inquisition. and the Inquisition has even brought an ally. It seems quite unlikely that words shall resolve this conflict. But we promise you, we will take responsibility for what is done. We have benefited far too much from your warmth and kindness not to do so. The village chief, with a benevolent look, pulls a dagger from his cloth. And I immediately knew what Kelsey was about to say. Take responsibility? You don't have to do... Blimey! Oh my god! Why are they hurting us? We are now departing for the sea. Yet, as we cannot bring ourselves to leave you here, I must ask you to join us for this journey. Become our bloodkin. What are you doing? Stop! The unanticipated, or perhaps I was simply in denial of this rising dread. Ambush did not end there. Damn it, the Inquisition was right. Ah! Stop! The villagers suddenly began shanking the sinners with weapons they have concealed in their clothes. And it seemed that they were coming for me as well. Amiya, on your left! Amiya materialized the black ribbon light apparition, parrying away the dagger flying in my direction. Oh my god! In the battle map of Arknights, Dante is just a standing NPC that we have to rescue. Ah, the art from this game, I see. It's okay, but thank you for the offer, Miru. Take responsibility! Mouthwashing! No! Shizu, stop! We are so far away from mouthwashing. Why does it always ends like this? Bad stuff always happens to them. Always. What? The charging villager's back made a visceral, crunchy noise. Ugh! Someone flung them away. Oh my gosh, it's Scotty! Oh yeah, that's definitely her. Didn't mean to be this late. Scotty, let me catch you up to speed. I know the situation. This fishy smell was what I went to investigate earlier. What about the sinners? Unlike Amiya and I, who managed to survive the initial ambush, the sinners weren't doing so well. At least we had a silver lining that Inquisitor and Calthus' quick understanding of the situation and the subsequent retaliation led the villagers away from the sinners. How? Didn't notice any hostility or aggression. What an odd thing to say. Why would we hold any animosity against you? Why would we intend to kill you? We are not trying to hurt you. We are simply trying to give you a form better suited for the sea. Oh my god. Until we were obstructed. Even Yi-sang is like, this is too freaky even for me. I apologize for our unfamiliarity has caused you trouble, Inquisitor. I won't make a big stink about what happened. What's truly unforgivable is that the heretics tried to take advantage of the ignorance of outsiders to flee the Inquisition. And even if you are outsiders, any lives lost on Iberian soil are my responsibility. It's my fault. I'm sorry it came to this. Wait, lives lost? We're still alive, you know. We can shake off a stab wound like... This is most unfortunate, outsider. Huh? What? I feel like we're on different wavelengths now. It's gonna get funny very soon. The super soldier sharks. Your friends are either going to die or turn into seaborns. The daggers that stabbed them were laced with the flesh of sea terrors. Oh my god, what? That's horrifying! Ew! Also very unhygienic. Ew! Oh my god, gross. Once that happens, most die. And the survivors? become overwritten by their cells, becoming nothing more than another sea monster. Whoa, what? That's not a very big deal. Everyone was acting like this was it for the sinners, but hey, I should be able to deal with this by turning the clock. It's not that bad. My only concern was that I didn't know what would happen if I tried to bring them back after they're fully transformed into seaborns. The golden bowl helped deal with the whale's petrification effects, but I had no idea how it would interact with seaborn transformations. We should just kill them before they turn! I know this must be very hard for you, but... What? Sorry to bother you with this, but can you kill my friends? And preferably in the least painful way you know. Amiya's like... They're insane. Oh, sorry, what's the last part? Kinda too much to ask. Well, wait! Don't give up already. If we bring them back to Rhodes Island, we should be able to do something to help them. How should I explain this? Guys, can you start killing yourself? Dante, I know what you mean, but I just can't right now. My strength has rapidly deteriorated since the ambush. It's kind of tingly too. Maybe they use some kind of paralytic cocktail? Everybody is just so unserious. You feel like the hygiene was not high on a list of things I would be worried about. But they're gonna survive anyways. The hygiene part is just salt on the wounds. It just makes things worse. But... Amiya, can you understand outsider speech? Yes. It's just that you're making a pretty difficult request. They want me to kill all their friends before they transform into seaborns. Okay. Scotty's like, on it. Gotta start killing now. Before we even knew it, Scotty had already decapitated the sinners. None of them would be resisted. Mia seemed to have been taken aback by how fast Scotty jumped into action. What are you doing? Scotty? Don't let this spook you. This is just how we roll. The clock turns. The decapitated hits creep toward the hitless torsos, connecting with the threads of blood. The sensation is that of reversal. It feels as though the sinners and I were severed from the rest of the world, rewinding in isolation. Is this rewinding going back in time, or are we defining the concept itself? This pain is multifold worse than the sensation of straightforward decapitation. The pain is in the heart. As the current of death reverses, I sense a deep, crushing isolation. Their wounds are disappearing. Resurrection, metempsychosis, or time reversal. Puzzling. I have no knowledge with which to interpret this technology. The cost seems to be that the pain is transferred to the one who rewinds. But that seems a small price for such great power. Though the discussion of whether this can be categorized as power should be explored later. I couldn't stop shaking. All my limbs were trembling from the icy solitude. Still, I took a moment to collect myself and ordered the sinners. Everybody looks so annoyed. Even Mersaul's like, okay. Oh man, Don Quixote looks super cool here. She ate empty. Yeah, Scotty hate empty. She just like, okay, time to behead some people. I think it's because she already knew like these people were going to transform into seaborn, so she's just like, kill. Okay, done. Yeah, so cool, man. Don Quixote is so cool. I don't know. I don't know just what you were thinking, but we should be able to find out once we take them down. You dare deceive the executive manager and try to take their life? Prepare thyself, or thou shalt now pay the price for making a mockery of justice. She's so on. Yeah, we can't just like this slide, you know? How unfortunate. I had high hopes that all of you would become fine bloodkins. Alright, time to beat up the village chief. Okay, Shizu. Time for you to go to bed. Good night! Thank you for spending time with me tonight, and I hope you had a good night's rest. Jiayu! Jiayu! You can do it!
아시의 이상을 함께 줬던 호위 이상이요.
Limbus playstyle is offensive, while Arknights playstyle is defensive. Oh, that's true! That is true. Dude, I actually like the chief. He's so cool. Call of the Bloodkin. They're like blood fiends, but seaborn version. I guess, in that sense. Instead of bloodthirst, they have isolating loneliness that comes from coming from the sea. Defend. Oh man.
뭐야? 나한테 볼일이?
Huh? Miru, you redeemed Gregor again, and now he's gone. Oh wells. Cause their nervous impairment debuff. You never want to hear Seaborn. Same. I hated the Seaborn, like fighting them. They were very cool, but oh my god, I cannot get over the nervous impairment thing. It sucks. Is this No, yeah, I have to focus. Neutral. Unopposed. Neutral. Dominating. Okay. We should have a better time because do they have stagger? They don't. Never mind. Neutral, neutral. Unopposed. I should at least do this. So it'll be dominating. 14. 15. Let's go. They have a stagger threshold? Eh? Near you redeem me for troll, but see no troll. It's not a troll. Wait, where's the cup troll? Oh, you mean the you mean the coffee cups. Aw. It's just throwing away your points. But thank you for the coffee cups anyways. They say troll. Yeah, it's probably misleading. Oops. I have to figure out how to do that. Well, no trolls, but I can probably do something about that. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. I have to get out of the battle first. Can I still do this? Neutral again. I think we can get away with no. No, he's attacking. Why are you unopposed? Oh, because he's faster. He's aiming for her. Okay. Now you are aiming for Ryushu. Six. Struggling, really? Hopeless. Gosh dang. Alright. Gregor. Why are you struggling? Power guard. I guess.
흑수묘.
I hope nothing bad happens. I do have an item. Hold on.
敵に対して大きな打
待って
撃を与えました
I can put this on my head. I don't think I can fit like 100 cups here though. Well, I can fit it until like, well, hold on. How many cups can I fit? Does it stack? No, it doesn't stack. Shucks. No, it doesn't. That sucks. I thought maybe I can stack. Hold on.
敵は深手を負っています
Maybe if I do this. No. Okay. For your points, I'll make it like a super big cup. There. Eh? Is some member solved? He's not showing up. Shucks. Hold on. Some of the things they're not working as it should. Which sucks! Because I put those things in for a reason and they're not working. Chewy Jr., guess who got a new EGO in the extract? Dang it! Hello, fellow managers. Chewy Jr., did you get Honglu? Ling Honglu? Jelly. I am jealous. Oh. Why is everybody getting all the EGOs except for me? There is Mersal. There is Mersal. Oh, body part! Right, I forgot about that. You didn't get a collab one though, eh? Oh, but you got a new one. Okay, now it's on my head. Right, oh, never mind. I totally forgot this thing. This thing. Right, of course they have stagger, of course. Don't mind me going win rate because I want to finish this event. Goodness gracious. You are aiming for Shichun again. Why? -3. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. She's just gonna struggle. She is just gonna struggle. Hold on. But this is tree. Why is she so slow? Favorite. Oh, everybody's favorite.
시간 끌 것 없이
Is this easy? Yeah, this is on normal. Consider easy because I have not played the event entirely. AKA the depressed frog EGO. For Honglu or for Sinclair? Oh, the Sinclair one, I see. Yeah. I gotta keep up with you, chat. Do... Yeah, you got that one. Oh my god. Oh my goodness! Oh, we're gonna get some heals at least.
멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아
Oh, excuse me.
스스로 답을 구하시길.
Go, monster. Hiru? What do you mean by any level 55s? Oh, we got the heals back. Oh, this is a very cool hardened shell. Wow. I gotta watch out for him. Neutral again. This is Gregor. Unopposed. Shucks. Who are you aiming for? Hold on. Oh, never mind. You're fine. Oh! The third skill. Oh my goodness. Favorite. Okay. At least we can do this. So now we can do this. Oh, this feels like a waste. Okay. Oh my goodness. Actually yes. I do have a few level 55s. Do I have level 55? Yes, I do. I have level 55. What am I talking about? Oh no. Oh no, Ryoshu. Why the... Oh. Right, they were running... Priority high? They keep bullying her. Struggling. Okay, no fair. I just have to do this. At least he's slower. United Will. Oh my gosh, these are two... Okay. Neutral, really? Struggling. It's a 4. I think I'll just do it. Okay. Which kanto I have beaten? I have not finished Honglu's kanto. I'm in Hongyuan. Oh my goodness! Oh, thank you for the raid! Hellos, everybody! Hellos! Thank you, Agent Numbers, for the raid! Hello, raiders! I am... What should I say? I have not been raided for a while, and I've not been streaming for a while either. But thank you so much for the raid, Agent Numbers. Wait, I have to give you a shout out. I have to do that at least. I don't even know what's happening on the screen right now. Oh my gosh. Is this correct? Yes, I did it. Thank you for the range numbers again. You were playing Parasite Eve 2. Oh, nice. Appropriate game to be playing, to be fair. It is spooky season. Okay, wait. Next thing I should do is I should introduce myself. Hello, new raiders. I'm Cafe. I am a variety streamer from Singapore. I'm a fairy frog VTuber with a lot of interests. But I mainly play gacha games like Limbus Company. I haven't played Honkai Star for a long time. I'm a long-time player of Fate Grand Order. Meanwhile, I also like to play horror games and other cute stuff if I happen to be streaming. The one thing that you guys know about me is that I'm very bad with consistency. So I've only been recently back to streaming, like, this month. Thank you again, Agent Numbers, for the raid. Thank you so much. Hello. Hold on. I know someone followed. I'm trying to see. Thank you, Panic Patrick, for the follows. Thank you. That's why you raided. Darn. Thank you again, Agent Numbers. I hope you're doing great. please feel free to take care of yourself, especially since you finished your stream. Halloween time. And Parasite Eve 2 is awesome. I see. I have not played the first one myself. I didn't realize there's a second game. Bring some snacks and join us in lava pool. We were doing okay. I can basically win rate this now.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
You are also a fake Grand Order fanatic. Oh my gosh, really? We should. Wait. Which server are you playing, Agent Numbers? Are you playing global? Because my main account is in global.
Mission accomplished.
Also, Miss Streamer, you should have just done hard mode. Actually, you're right. You're right. Since if I do hard mode, I will be able to clear both normal mode and hard mode. Ah, gosh damn it. Let me switch modes. You're so right, Miru. Wait. I think they're hitting to... Is running himself in the dead end. Are they seeking refuge at sea? Wait, that's where the ship is. That's where they're headed. They're trying to board the vessel of Massas. Wait, but we never told them that the ship was repaired. So how... Is obvious? The whole village is in on it. In a surprise that they sent someone to spy on us. Or that they know a way to get the ship floating even in its broken state. Vessel... Massas? Vessel Rebellion de las Massas. Am I saying that right? The ship is moored at the port in that direction. Wait! It can't be! It's gone! Irene, who was preoccupied with battling the rest of the followers of the Church of the Deep, who were in hiding, quickly gave chase. But Fabius and the villagers were already aboard the repaired ship, slowly departing the harbor with a horde of sea terrors between us and them. How can a vessel of that size become operational this fast? The exterior, the name, it must have been constructed during the golden age of Iberia. But how are we supposed to chase that? What if we build a raft and rode after them? Mate, come on. Sea's full of sea terrors. It won't get very far before it sinks. Do you see something, Amiya? You keep looking in that direction. Oh. The vessel must soon disappear into the mist, and the village was left empty with nary a sign of people ever having been there, as though this gateway had all been premeditated. They left Mayors behind? Leaving only Mayors? What? Oh my gosh. You have to go. Thank you for streaming. Oh, thank you! Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for the follows again. I hope you have a good rest. And good luck with whatever you're going to do. Good night, Patrick. Good night. Yeah. I already hit the level cap. You're playing global. Dang, we should exchange numbers. In fact, I can just... Hold on. Hold on. I'm always happy to get more. You guys heard from my phone? I didn't sound off my phone. Oops. I was... Oh wow, I'm in the middle of farming. In any case, I should try to stream FGO, I guess. You have 4 AM here. Oh my god! Do you have work? Don't you have to sleep? You basically had to finish it before sleeping since turns out you're at endgame. It was worth it. Global. Oh my goodness! Come exchange. I'm giving you that new code. Oh, what? Wait! Mirror, you're playing... Oh wait, that's Limbus. Okay, hold on. That's Limbus code.
밤엔 불빛이 얼마 없으니까 조심조심.
How do I F?
야, 참. 고.
Oh, here. Wait, hold on. No. How do I see friends? I forgot.
밤엔 불빛.
No, wait. I know what I'm doing.
밤엔 불빛이 얼마 없으니까.
Oh, here. Eto friendo. Whoa! Very nice. Friend edit.
밤엔 불빛이 얼마 없으니까 조심조심하자고.
Come exchange. Okay, wait, hold on. I have to give my
알겠지?
funnily now. I have to give my FGO friend code. Hold on. I have one slot left. Damn. I should clear out some friends. So this is my copy of. Want me to put user ID? It's okay. I can send you. I can send. If you don't mind, I can send my code here actually. 9869395. Wait. Let me just check to be safe. Yeah, it's fine. Now I have to double check the friend code. 98693 959. Okay, this is my code for FGO Global.
이렇게 기다리는 동안에
Oh my gosh, it's already 1 a.m. I don't know how long I can keep up. May have to end stream soon, very sadly, because I have work. And I have work today. Done? Oh damn, hold on. Just when we're getting to a very good bit as well. Hold on, how far are we already? We are halfway there. It took me 2.5 hours just to get to this point. Let me go to heart. I have to replay! Okay. Okay, I've made a decision. I will make sure that I get up to speed for hard mode. Then continue next stream on hard mode for the rest. Oh my god, I totally forgot I can just play hard mode and I'll get the normal rewards. What am I thinking? Nothing. I wasn't thinking. That's why. Hold on. Let me double check. Takes a while to load. Agent numbers. I think I've got a request. Is it what's her name? Archetype Earth? Is that your favorite? Wait, hold on. No, but it's the one I saw. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me lock so I don't lose you. Nice. Actually, it's Arjuna Altar. Oh, for your favorite. I see. Damn. Awesome. I don't have Arjuna Altar. But Valkyrie's badass, so you gotta have her. Nice. I got her too. So random. Idea for next time. I can stream FGO. Because we're gonna have Grail Front soon. I'm not good at strategizing for FGO, but I have the units to do it. I just have to think. I have to squeeze my brain cells when playing Grail Front. Snooze, go away. We're talking about FGO now. full-time work, but not anymore because the last one was so terrible. You got near-death health issues. So now you're taking it easy with streaming. Oh. Okay, at least I'm glad now you're doing better. Yeah, much more relaxing. Streaming is much more relaxing when compared to what you were experiencing back then. That you're having near fatal health issues. That's scary to hear. Meanwhile, in a similar position, I changed my jobs quite recently. No, so now I'm at a new job with different hours. And I'm hopeful that because of this, I'll be able to stream more consistently. Much more relaxing. Okay. Agent numbers. Do you need to go and rest? Because it's 4 AM for you. Meanwhile, let me go and see who I can read. I know this feels very sudden, but it is 1+ for me, and I have to wake up in less than 5 hours. Ish. To get ready for work. I feel a bit sorry that I'm cutting it shorter this time round. But next stream, I will aim for Thursday. For sure. For sure. Because I need to catch up. Like, to this event really soon. Plus, oh man, I wasn't able to have enough time to show this off. Right, so for the mirror dungeon, I am not done my mirror. I mean, I've done my mirror dungeon, so I don't have to worry, but I wanted to do like a... where is it? A Zui Gregor run. Like a solo Zui Gregor run for the mirror dungeon. I did it once, so I should be able to do it again now that I know you can do it. Which will be very interesting. Maybe I can do that this coming Thursday. Oh my god. I have not enough pools! How much for lunacy? Is this in USD, BTW? So I probably have to look at my phone. Wow. How about $9? For 10 roll? $9 for 10 rolls? Whoa, alright. Full moon? Oh, because of the Mid-Autumn Festival? Whoa, what the heck? 30 rolls! 30 rolls! For 4,005? Oh my god. It's about close to $29. Oh, that's not cheap. Oh, okay. Anyway, I shouldn't open my wallet anymore than I have to for this game. Oh my god. You're surprisingly awake and pass out? Oh my god. I have to get to sleep and wake up early for work. Yeah. Buying posts is almost never worth it. Yeah, unless you're already guaranteed. I'm not guaranteed, so yes, it's a risk. Real good, so you're right. Good thing you limit yourself to just 3 gacha games. FGO, Reverse 999, and Nikkei. I also play Reverse 999. Oh man. But I haven't been upkeeping with Reverse 999 for like a few months before I went back to get LF because it's my favorite. And now that we're gonna get Corvus? I think we're gonna get Corvus and Robuska. I kind of want Robuska, but I want Charon more. So now I'm like, should I save? Should I save? Because I've for Reverse 99, I don't have a Blood Teeth team. Although I got Nautica, and I got Eternity, and I got Summon Lewis. Summon Lewis is free anyways. I'm getting very distracted. Hold on, guys. Let me see who else is playing. Oh my gosh. Lush, it's been so long. They're playing paranormal... I can't read the full thing.
라이트 안 켜졌었지?
Paranormal Site, The Seven Mysteries of Honjo. I wanted to play that game too. Gosh. Okay, I'm gonna shout her out just in case you guys will still be able to like follow me through if, you know, the rate thing screwed up, because it happened more than once for me. Lush is... We've known each other for quite a while now, but I haven't been streaming recently, so I'm not able to see her as often. So now I believe it's a good time to send some cheer. Oh wait, oh my god, what is going on? Okay. Or my name is Bill Gates. My name is not Bill Gates. Even if I change my name to Bill Gates, it's not worth it. It's never really truly worth it unless you know you're guaranteed the pull, which I'm not, or that you're really close to getting the pull. Then I think spending a little bit is alright, depending on how much money. What's that word? There's a word for it. I forgot what that word is. Agent, you recently got Ezio and Cassandra. Ezio's the best. I got Ezio too, but I wasn't invested in him. I did see the numbers though. I think I saw someone do 50 million damage using Ezio. That's crazy. Right, The Mysteries of Honjo is like a detective visual novel game, at least from what I've seen so far. It's very interesting, and there's quite a bit of horror in it, and they don't hold back in like doing it. So that's why I'm quite interested in it. Yeah, it's made by Square Enix. Yeah. Agent, you never spend money playing gacha games, free all the way. You know what? That's valid too. Free-to-play players are very valid people. You don't have to spend money to play gacha games, and that's good. That's really good, actually. Don't spend frivolously like me. Okay, wait, hold on. I must have a read message. What is my read message? This is my read message. It's so old. I should really change it. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Oh my god, thank goodness that worked. Since I'm basically just chatting and getting ready to raid, I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, watching the shooting stars. Wow, there wasn't any music just now? Now it's on. Okay. So time to give Lish a little raid after I don't know how long since I last seen her. Okay. Oh, okay, and I don't think that they're gonna end anytime soon. They've been playing for 2 hours. They stream quite late, just like me. When I used to stream quite late until like 3 a.m., I stopped doing it because I realized it's not really good for like my sleep schedule and my brain. Very tempted to stay up late, but I know my limit now. Okay, so let me just do this. Alright, it's time for a raid to Lush Cully, who's playing Paranormal Site, The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Let's give her a good cheer. Is it appropriate? Because it's a horror game, kind of. Okay, I'll see you all next. No, not next. This coming Thursday from Raw Limbus Company. And I'll be playing on hard mode for the event. And hopefully I'm able to finish it in time before the event ends. And I have time to farm for the currency to get all the stuff that I want from the shop. Alright. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe. Drink lots of water and eat good food. I'll see you all next time. Yeah, good night, Jun. You have a good rest too. Please sleep. It's 4 a.m. for you. Please sleep. I'm worried about you. Okay, bye, Rigetsu. We're still there. I'll see you next time too. Thank you for coming to check on me. And of course, Miru, fellow manager. Your advice has been well imparted. I'll see you, and I hope to see you next time for this Thursday stream. Bye bye! How do I end?